guys! Today I'm going to be sharing my brand new, super amazing plant-based eggplant rollatini recipe. I'm going to be showing you how to make a homemade plant-based ricotta cheese, which has actually been amazing for me because going plant-based was really difficult for me only in the cheese category because I was a cheeseaholic. So I'm really happy that I've been making these awesome cheese substitutes. And the reason why we're making eggplant rollatini today is because the little baby is the size of an eggplant right now. 23 weeks, and I'm finally starting to show because there's an eggplant in here.
Little eggplant.
So, pretty crazy, right? Let's get started. Turn on your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. We are gonna fry up the eggplant just slightly. If you would rather, you can just bake it off, which might take you a little less time, but personally, I don't mind the extra time involved to fry up the eggplant because it makes it taste so good.
You're Italian.
I'm Italian.
You gotta have the Italian
I don't want to
way.
bake eggplant. I like to fry up my eggplant.
Okay.
Next, you're gonna boil some water to soak the cashews. Once the water is boiled, add it to the cashews. All you need to do is make sure there's enough water so that the cashews are covered. There are two ways to make this cheese. You can make it with the cashews, but if you have a nut allergy, then you can actually make it with tofu. So I'll leave the ingredients list for the tofu cheese in the description box below. But if you have a soy allergy, you'll wanna make it with the cashews. So you're just gonna cut off the top. These eggplants I washed already. Cut just a little bit and then flip it on the side so that you have a stable surface to cut on. Then you're just gonna make some strips. You don't want them to be too thick, but you also don't want them to be too thin because if they're too thin, then they won't hold up well when you're frying them up. When you get to the end, you can switch sides.
I'm really impressed.
Thank you.
That was a good job.
Wow.
That was really good.
I totally thought that that was gonna split at the end.
You got it. You got it. Good job, Bobby.
I finished cutting up the eggplant and I made 30 slices because we're gonna be making 6 meal prep trays and we're gonna put 5 in each of the containers. You don't have to do that if you're just making this for a dinner at home, whatever you wanna do, but if you are trying to make it even, make sure it will fit into your meal prep containers. I'm gonna put half of a tablespoon of olive oil in the pan, heat it up, and then I'm gonna add 4 to 5 pieces of eggplant in the pan, fry them on each side for about 2 minutes, and then put them aside. Once you put the eggplant in the pan, add some salt and pepper. If you Google eggplant online, you'll see a lot of people telling you that you need to salt it and rinse it and drain it and dry it and do all those things. And I will tell you that I did do that for this recipe and I didn't notice a single difference. All I noticed was that it took me like an extra hour to do. So totally not necessary. All we're gonna do is fry them up. So once they're done, you're gonna turn your heat on to low. Then you're gonna take the eggplant and just poof. Now while your flame is still on low, you're gonna add another half tablespoon of olive oil, and then you're gonna repeat the same process. You can put your flame back on medium heat. So one of the things you can do while your eggplant is cooking so you can be prepared for later is you're gonna add half of a cup of sauce into a tray, and I'm using, I think it's a 9x9, and we'll see how many get filled up in here. I think we're gonna need another tray, but for now, just get that ready to go. Set that aside. Go flip over your eggplant. And you don't need to re-salt and pepper this side, just leave it as it is, it's all good. Next step, while the eggplant is cooking, you're gonna drain the cashews and put those straight into a food processor. Add in half of a cup of water, blend it up, and go flip over the eggplant. Scrape down the sides. Now you're gonna add in the clove of garlic, 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast, which just gives it a little bit more of a cheesy flavor, but it's not mandatory. The 1 lemon. We totally have no idea where our lemon squeezer is. This is a Steph and Adam quiz. What's Adam's favorite kitchen tool?
I love how you always give them questions just after you mention the thing that would be the answer.
Salt. Just a little bit pepper. Blend that up until it's nice and creamy. Okay, it's been blending for a couple minutes. Look how creamy that is.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Looks like the right consistency, but if you know ricotta cheese, you would know that it's a little bit salty, so give it a taste test. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. You can decide when you're making yours. And then just gonna blend it again for a couple minutes and then that's it. Now that the eggplant is done frying, we're gonna stuff them, roll them up, and bake them. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take pieces of the eggplant, put them back on your cutting board. You're gonna take a spoonful of the ricotta cheese. It's like about a tablespoon. Obviously, if it's a little bit of a bigger one, you can add a little bit more. Just gonna roll them up and then place them right in your tray. When you put them on your cutting board, make sure that the thicker, rounder part is at the bottom so that when you roll it up, it's gonna be easier and stay together. You know that Adam didn't even really know ricotta cheese until he met me.
Well, I knew what ricotta cheese was. I
Yeah.
just never really used ricotta cheese.
I know, that's like crazy to me. Everybody always makes fun of the way I say ricotta cheese. I'm Italian. That's the way my grandma says it. That's how I've always said it. I've heard Staten Island Italians call it rigat. That's weird to me. You gotta be a little fancy, you gotta say ricotta cheese.
Ricotta, mate.
Now that I finished this row, I'm going to add the smaller pieces into the little holes right here. And just put them in the little spaces. Boop. Obviously, you can work with whatever size pan you have. I'm just trying to fill up this one as much as possible before I do another one. Now that this tray is full, I just got started with Now that this tray is full, I got started with another tray, and I'm just going to finish off the rest of these. If you have a bigger tray, you can definitely put them all in one tray if you would like. So I'm on the last one, and actually, the cashews made the perfect amount. There's like hardly anything left in there, which is awesome.
Wow.
All right, rolling it up, and we're done. With this part anyway. So to finish, I'm just gonna add 1 cup of marinara sauce on top of each tray. So 2 cups in total. Perfect. Now, put them in the oven. Bye, buddy. It's almost Christmas. We can watch Elf. Set a timer for half an hour. So while our eggplant is cooking, we're gonna turn this into a meal prep by cooking up some broccoli. Now this is obviously optional. If you're not turning this into a meal prep, you don't have to. If you are going to make this for a family dinner, you could of course prepare the stuff that we had just gotten to, cover it with foil or a saran wrap, put it in your fridge, and then bake it for dinner a couple of hours later or the next day, whatever is easier for you. So for now, we're just gonna start making the broccoli. And what we're gonna do first is dice up some garlic. In the same pan that you fried up the eggplant, you're gonna add a tablespoon of olive oil and then add in the garlic. While we wait for the garlic to saute, we're gonna cut up the broccoli.
What's up, Jack? You hungry? You want some broccoli?
Ooh.
Is that what you want? You want some broccoli?
Maybe.
You hungry or what? What you doing? Not sweater, buddy.
Add in the broccoli. Add some salt and pepper. Stir together, put your flame on medium, then cover with a lid. To make meal prep a little bit less intimidating, make sure that you're using the same things over and over. So if you'll notice, I use the same cutting board and the same frying pan and the same spatula thingy. So to make less of a mess, just keep using the same things over and over. Don't keep taking out more spoons and pans and stuff like that.
They're called tongs.
What did I call them?
Spatula thingy.
Spatula thingy, tongs, same diff, dude. After about 2 minutes, open up the broccoli, give it a toss, and then cook it for another 2 minutes.
Do the toss.
I'm scared.
Do it.
Oh, oh, I did it!
You're doing it.
Oh.
You're doing it. Go.
Oh.
Hey!
Hey!
There you go.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you're doing it.
Keep stirring your broccoli every few minutes, and if it's looking a little bit too brown too early, make sure that you turn the flame down. But overall, it should take about 8 to 10 minutes to cook. While those are cooking, we want to share with you this epic company that we just discovered called Purple Carrot. They are a plant-based meal prep and delivery service, and why we feel so aligned with them is because their founder shares the same values that we do, where he started this company just to show people the power of plants and how eating more plants can improve the quality of your life, which is exactly what we share with you guys, where we say that you don't have to be a plant-based eater 24/7, but if you do incorporate some more plant-based food into your diet, you're gonna feel great. The recipes are simple and delicious, And while we are working from home right now and we have time to prepare our food, we know that when we have a newborn, that's not going to be the case. So a service like Purple Carrot is really going to come in handy. So if you want to learn more about them, you can click the link in the description box below. Basically, the house smells like an Italian restaurant right now, doesn't it, Adam?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it smells so good. We got a whistle. Let the eggplant rest for about 10 minutes before placing in your containers. Once the rollatini has cooled off, you can add 5 to each container. So that's it, guys. We hope you enjoy this recipe as much as we do. It has quickly become my new favorite recipe. And if you make it, don't forget to use the hashtag Steph and Adam and post to Instagram or Facebook. Have a great week. Bye, guys. Namaste.